There's nothing that Stephen Miller and Donald Trump would love better than for there to be an actual civil war in the United States. They want us to be divided. Do you guys remember when MAGA was absolutely frothing at the mouth, rabid after Charlie Kirk was killed? Anybody who dared to say, like, it's okay if you're not super upset when a person who's caused a lot of harm passes away. People daring to get on social media and say things like, I'm not sad. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Murder shouldn't happen. The person who did it should be arrested and prosecuted, but also, like, I'm not obligated to grieve. MAGA fucking came for those people. Doxed folks, got people fired from their jobs. I got death threats several times a day for several days after I made 2 videos where I basically was like, you know what, it's okay if your feelings are complicated when something like this happens. If somebody who has caused a tremendous amount of harm is no longer able to cause that harm, it's actually okay if you feel a sense of relief. It's okay if you're not sad. You don't have to feel sad, and you don't have to feel aggrieved when somebody who has harmed you in your community is no longer here. You can still be outraged at the fact that somebody's life was taken. You can still be outraged about murder, but you don't have to go through this like bizarre public mourning ritual that MAGA Donald Trump, remember when they paraded his casket, right? Used him in that way. This bizarre grieving ritual that they wanted, a mourning ritual that they wanted the entire American populace to go through. And the Trump regime, Republicans especially, stoked political violence, right? We all understand that they used Charlie Kirk's murder, which is why there's a bunch of conspiracy theories now swirling around Erica Kirk and TPUSA and the Trump regime. But, well, you know, we know what those conspiracy theories are. Don't want to, like, give credence to them, but I understand why they're there, because gosh, his death was really politically convenient for the Republicans. It was really something that they could leverage to whip up political violence and to try and paint this false narrative that America is entirely divided, that we're a nation at war, that there's a civil war basically happening in this country. The Epstein class wants the working class divided at each other's teeth, willing to threaten, get each other fired, dox each other, rather than realizing that we have a shared oppressor. This is exactly the example of what Donald Trump's America is like. Hate and division, people wanting to destroy each other's lives. For what? For what? Who does it benefit?